We are live, and we do not have our mics today because
your phone needs to be charged.
My phone needs to be charged. Just wanted to get on here, say hello to everybody. Just actually chit chat tonight about what we're going to be doing in the next coming up. We actually have several places that we're going to when the weather gets a little bit better. Like we're still going to be fighting. And that's real loud.
You're real loud.
I know. That's why I don't understand why people can't hear me on my mics. So we are going to be doing searches here. I think we've got 2 cases, and then we're going to head up and work on another case off the April cases. But today we're going to wait for everybody to come in. Let me change it to all real quick. Hopefully you guys can hear me, hear us. Can you hear Lindsay? You got to say something first.
Something.
Okay, Saginaw, Michigan. All right, looks like everybody's coming in. That's just amazing that you guys actually want to hear me talking. I mean, I can see you guys talking about, Lindsay here. But to talk to me is pretty amazing. Deb Watson, Rebecca Thomas. I just seen David Carlisle, Kay Butterball, Heather Girth, Amanda, I didn't catch her last name, Dominic Young, what's up? Megan Moyer, Susie McPaul, Cheryl Lynn. CVS. We just had our CVS closed down.
No.
Walgreens. Walgreens just closed down. Illinois Redhead. Dominic.
Marie. Lynn.
Stephen Hilbert. What's up? Come to Michigan. We are not right now. Can you hear me? I'm typing as loud as I can.
But not now.
I just said that. I just said not right now.
No, I'm saying like in the summer.
Yeah, we're going in the summertime to come up there. Excuse the beard. If it's all wonky or whatever. She said I had a wonky beard. What's this channel about? If you're new to the channel, first of all, let's just put this out there. It's a live stream. We're talking to the people on here. Give it about an hour. You can see the comments that we're commenting on. And if you want to talk, you can talk to us right now. If not, we can't respond unless we just type. So you're watching a live right now. This is to allow people to talk with us, hang out with us, tell them what we're going to be doing the next couple months, searching wise for lost loved ones. But we are a search and recovery dive group. We travel the country in hopes of bringing answers to families who have a lost loved one.
In the water.
With
their vehicle.
I said it so darn good.
I know.
And then I screwed that up.
Forgot the 2 key points.
So we try our best. We try to stay within our means to help. There are some cases that we just can't help due to the fact that searching for people who are out of their vehicle is very difficult with sonar. Before Dennis passed away, we were going to go over how to do that and what to look for, but I never really got trained, and I don't feel that my abilities to search for bodies on a sonar, I've done it once, it's not up to par, and I don't feel like I can do a family service and give them false hopes. So, but we're going to change that coming up.
Corey Johnson's on here.
Corey Johnson, hello, buddy. Hello, B. Joe. Oh, man, it's late for her. Like, super late.
She said.
She always does this. I'm sorry, B. We really didn't know we were going live until about 10 minutes ago.
We really didn't.
I did drop another video, a new video. It's not the greatest.
3:30. Well, that's kind of about the time I go to bed, so I can't even Be mad that she's awake.
I say it's not the greatest. I'm saying it's not like super long. But yeah, we have a new video out.
It's going to be, there's multiple episodes of that story coming. We searched for quite a, well, what, 4 or 5 days.
Yep.
So because putting it all into one would be so long, Jacob felt like it would be better to kind of break that up into sections to really show you guys what we did, where we did it, and that kind of thing.
But you should be in bed. I'd be snoozing by now. Love watching. Marie Oxidine, thank you. Hello, Shannon. Sorry to hear about that, but you know, being able to watch it and be a part of it and be a part of our community, you know, it helps the heart. Plus, you can always be there when we help people, so you're always there. Rebecca Thomas goes to bed at 3:30. Douglas Hussman, 9:30. I think it's 9:30 here too.
Yeah. I'm a night owl. I always have been. And Garrett's not in school anymore, so as bad as it sounds, like I'm one of those people who like stays up all night long, and then, you know, I sleep till 11 o'clock, noon, but I also need to go to bed till 3-4 o'clock.
Stephen Holbert, who's in the UK, upstate New York, survivors of cyberbullying. I like your name.
I used to live in upstate New York. I loved it up there.
Valerie McCall, hope to see you again in Michigan. Awesome. Ninja Mama, what's going on? And again, guys, this is just a complete, hey, it's Friday. I ain't got nothing to do. I was going to do it. But we're just going to have fun. So we're on.
We're going to try to tell you guys a little bit about, so I lived in Saratoga Springs. That's where we lived at. I loved it up there. Lake George is beautiful. Lake Placid is breathtaking. For the longest time, we always said, if we could just take Saratoga Springs with us, like move around, but have it always just be in Saratoga, but not be up there, that's what we would do. Like if I could bring Saratoga here, just put my house in it, that'd be amazing.
Some of the stuff that's coming up, not really some of the stuff. One thing that's coming up is we are working, well, not really working on, we actually have Lee Goodwin from Ireland, which is Aqua Adventurer. You can look him up. He's going to be here in April. So were you going to talk about that too?
Just, I know some of you guys had asked like the cases that we were going to be working in April and May. So it's going to go over that. And we'll go over them more in depth. And we'll give you guys like the schedule and everything once. The schedule's pretty much finalized, but there's always, you know, there's always things that change, things like that. So talk about that. And then we also have our, for the most part, we have our cases picked for Canada. Like I've got it narrowed down, and we're going to start looking at those. Again, we'll be going, as of right now, we're going into Canada through Michigan and out of Canada through New York. Depending on Eric's schedule, because we want him to be there with us, we may flip-flop that and go in through New York and out through Michigan.
It doesn't matter which way we go. We're going to be in Canada helping people. We're going to go into New York, and we're going to go to Michigan. How about that?
And Ohio.
And Ohio. Stephen, I would help you with your suspension, but I don't think you want to drive it afterwards. Actually, I'm a pretty good mechanic, for the most part. I'm just kidding.
My dad just laughed at you. Hi, Daddy.
What? About what? Huh. Oh, about fixing the Jeep. I thought...
Why do you touch it? Quit touching it. Quit.
Niagara Falls on the Canada side.
Yeah, so the very first time that we went up to New York, I think it was the first time that we went to go search for Guy Pike. On the drive up there, we stopped at Niagara Falls because Jacob had never been. I'd been there before, but I also had the privilege of seeing it from both sides with Eric's Nana and Papa. That's a memory that I will never forget, being able to spend that time with them, but getting to see it from both sides. So I took Jacob there. We went and walked all around the falls and got to see all of it. We got to see how they do the boat. Yeah, we went to Bridal Falls and we went to, but I told him that it is, even though it may look the same when you're standing, it's just so much prettier from the Canadian side. It really, really, truly is. So that's something this trip, hopefully we'll be able to do, is see Canada, or to see Niagara Falls from the Canadian side.
Yeah, because that's Harrisburg color. So.
What?
She said you look, that purple.
Yeah.
Fits you.
I did steal this hoodie. But in my defense, he didn't even remember he had it, so it's not like I can't steal something you didn't know you had.
Another topic, again, we legit just got on here to hang out and talk. Hello, Dave Jones. Yes, back to Michigan. I will be there. I just missed you guys.
Oh, when we were in Clare at Ponderosa.
Yeah.
Ponderosa is a staple of my childhood. I think it is for you too. So, and they've all closed. This one
There's
closed.
15 still open.
But I'm saying, like, around here, they're all closed. Yeah. And this one closed how long ago? I think it was...
This one here?
Yeah. I know it was open when I moved here, and I moved here in 2013.
About 9 years, 8 years.
So when we saw the Ponderosa sign, like, we had just eaten not too long ago. And we saw the Ponderosa sign, and Jacob's like, let's go.
I didn't think twice about it. And the bad part about it was I just ate like an hour before.
Yeah.
And I just beelined it. Because it was like food. Ponderosa. Now. Turn. I'm like, ain't that? Yeah. I'm done. Shay Graham. Hopefully we have dinner this time when you come here to Cleveland. Tara and Braxton. Yep.
Oh, I love Braxton.
Braxton was fun. And I liked his reaction watching him open that.
Oh my God. That was the best thing ever. It even warmed my little heart, and that's hard to do. My dad's in here. You can ask him. I'm pretty cold-hearted.
Jacob, I'm a vacuum. I would turn into Ponderosa too, right? So there's still some. I think there's about 15 left in the country. Cherish them, guys. Seriously? Cherish them. It was kind of fun to go in there because they still had the blue plates. They still had the little cup for the ice cream. I didn't try the ice cream this time because I was just super full, but I did have some pie.
I was gonna say, we did get something out of the dessert cart.
I think I ended up getting...
I think I had cheesecake.
I think I ended up getting, like, I don't know, chicken wings and a couple other things. I had to
macaroni and cheese.
Tastes the same.
And the mashed potatoes.
Tastes the same. And the rolls.
And the rolls.
And then I had ice cream, or dessert.
Yep. We ate way too much.
What about, okay, so I was going to tell you guys something, and I just slipped my mind. It was...
Oh, hi, Mom.
Hi,
my
Linda.
Mom's in here.
Love the meatloaf. I did have some of the meatloaf.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
just
not
a little piece of it.
But I did too.
Happy birthday coming up. Yeah, thank you. I appreciate that.
Lily said...
I'm getting old.
Jacob smells funny.
Yeah.
Hey, she's allowed to talk trash right now to you because you haven't come to any of our games.
Well, made me look bad. Sorry, Lily, I haven't came to any of your games yet. I've been working, editing.
He doesn't love you.
Whatever. How is she watching me?
She's with my mom.
Oh, is she?
Yeah. My mom's the one who typed that.
I was gonna say, I didn't think her phone was allowed on YouTube. Where is it?
Yeah, she doesn't have.
She don't have a block on it?
Mm-mm. She doesn't have.
Linda said, how dare you?
That's Lily. That would be Lily Helen. She just said, how dare you.
Probably been close to 20 years since I've had Ponderosa. You know, I mean, it's just like
It's one of those things.
It's like what she said. It's a staple of our childhood. I actually used to work there. Yeah, I did get. What was her name? Oh, she's gonna kill me. I can't think of the woman's name, but she sent us to Sealant. Dadgummit, it slipped my mind. I wonder if I still have that slip over there. Go ahead and talk to him.
Hello. Yeah, so somebody did earlier say that Jacob's birthday is coming up. Jacob's birthday is next week, Thursday. So just, you know.
I feel bad.
Be ready. I don't think I have the slip. Nancy, Debbie, Diane.
I wouldn't even go there. I couldn't. Regardless, they went to the Amazon wish list, and she purchased that sealant for us. I have not been able to put it on because either it's been raining, it's been ice, or it's been snowing.
Or you were sleeping.
Or it's cold, or I was sleeping. Why you got to bring that up? I was trying to get every excuse. There was one day that was 70 degrees, and I'm like, man, I should. But I'm like, checking the weather, and it's going to be 40 and raining that night. I was like, no, let's not do that. So I haven't been able to fix it. We did get the roof caps, the sealant that goes around that, and we also, I replaced the toilet. I did end up buying a new toilet, which is an amazing one. I was so excited to put that in there because it had like high pressure. It's the little things in life.
Somehow you've done all of that and you still have a huge list to go.
I don't want to talk about that list.
I'm gonna like, there's still oh yeah, my father said if you do leave this state
without fixing the seals,
I'm not allowed to go with you.
Okay. Well,
he's
gonna have to do it.
He entrusts his daughter to you. I'm not allowed to go, and I have to listen to my dad.
Then don't go. I'll do it myself.
Okay, bye.
I really don't know how to change them out. If you could help me, awesome.
Yeah, he said, it's weather's getting a little bit better.
Yeah.
This week it's gonna be cold again, but.
I am going to put some front row bar lights on it, so when we're traveling, I can turn them on when there's nobody coming. Those lights in the front are the old round big lights, and they just do not put out the light that I need to see. So
Rebecca, I also used to live in Northern California. I've lived all over. I've lived in Illinois, Michigan, South Carolina, Georgia, Florida, Connecticut, New York, California, back to Illinois. But yeah, Eric is from Sacramento area, well, Auburn, and I lived out there for a minute too. What kind of seal are we talking about?
I think that's Corey said that.
No. Oh, yeah. Well, Corey said what seal?
Front seal of the pumpkin on the rear end. It's leaking. I just keep it full, and I have kept it full. But it does have not a significant leak, because the last time I filled it up, it was only less than a quarter of a bottle that I had to fill it up. So it's got a slow leak in it.
I'm envious. B says she's lived in London her whole life.
Jamie,
I feel like I could live there.
Jamie Daughtery said.
Jimmy.
Does that say Jimmy?
Oh, definitely.
It does say Jimmy. Jamie Daughtery. Sorry about the hacking your name. Can't really see because of these lights. What is the most interesting case you have worked on? Interesting? Gosh, I don't know. What do you think? Interesting.
The most interesting?
I have to say it was Joni and Brian's.
Yeah. There's a couple that are coming up that have like the possibility for like literally no one knows what happens. No one knows if it was accidents or foul play. There's a couple of those coming up that I'm really interested to, get to dive into. I would say, oh gosh, I really don't know the most interesting. I guess they all have their like one little thing about each case that stands out.
B's making fun of me.
B's making fun of you?
Mm-hmm.
What was that one that you said? Majori. You called that
Marjorie. I call her Marjorie.
You called
Hello,
that
Jeff.
poor woman Majori. And I'm like texting
6
you
times.
because it was before I was in the live streams with you all the time. I remember texting you, and finally I remember hearing that door open and your mom come out and say something to you, and I was like, oh, thank goodness for calling Grubs. Oh.
JB Welded. There you go. That'd work. All right, we've been on the horn here for 21 minutes, and then we haven't spoke about the upcoming events. And I'll be honest with you guys, our views are not going as well. So any help would be amazing. You guys can check out how to help through like ChaosDivers.com. It's just rough. It's been rough. So we are going to make everything work, and it's going to be amazing. So with that being said, I'm going to let Lindsay talk to you about the cases that are coming up. We're going to talk about also Chicago, and then the case next week. We may go help Eric though, right?
We don't have anything to help Eric with.
The other case we were working on.
Oh, yeah.
We're going to do that other lake, maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe. All right, so I'll let you talk to her.
Okay, I don't know what you're talking about Chicago, though. We're not going to Chicago.
Elgin.
So coming up, the cases that we're taking on are when we hit the road in April. So Lee Goodwin is flying into Marion, which is 20-30 minutes from here, from Ireland. He's doing that, and then from there, we pick him up, probably just go pick him up in the truck, and then come back, load everything up, get everything situated, and then hit the road.
I thought we were doing that in reverse. I thought we were just picking him up.
You said you wanted him to come meet your dad.
Okay.
Right?
Yep.
Didn't you say that to me?
Yeah.
Okay. So we'll pick Lee up, get him back here, get everything situated and ready to go, and then hit the road. So we're going back to Call Lake. That's where we searched for the boat Plum Bananas. The family is amazing. Donnie and his wife, absolutely love them. So we're going to be going back out there first. We'll spend a few days on Call Lake. Lee is a very, very experienced diver. Like, way more than us.
Yeah, he's an instructor.
Yeah, like, Lee is an amazing diver. So Lee has also said
that
if we find something there, he'll just search, pattern, dive.
He's also a British Marine.
Yeah.
Retired Marine. And he did diving in his...
during his service?
During his service. I couldn't think of the word. I was going to say tour, but it's not a tour.
That would be if he was... like your tour is when you... But I'm saying your tour is when you're...
Yeah, in his service, he was a diver. So, excellent diver. Anyway, I'm interrupting again. So I'm going to let her talk.
No, go ahead. You good?
Yep. You got to look at the camera, not the thing.
I have been looking at the camera.
Okay.
I'll look where I want. So first we're going to go back to Call Lake. That's Plum Bananas. And then we were there once before for how many days? 3 days? 2 days? 3 days?
3 days.
Yeah, 3 days. Eric was with us last time. He was able to dive. We did find a boat, just not the one we were looking for, unfortunately. From there, we're going to be heading to Muskogee, Oklahoma for Larry Don Bell. Larry has been missing for just under 5 years. It'll be 5 years in June since Larry went missing. From there, we head over towards Fort Smith. We're going to be working with Revamp out of Fort Smith, Arkansas, but then we're also going to be on the Oklahoma, because Fort Smith is right there on the border, so we'll also be working with OSBI, the Oklahoma State Bureau of Investigations. They've got some cases that they want us to look at, things like that. So we'll be there. I think I have that planned for like 5 or 6 days, just because one, there's a car there we know we want to remove. 2, there's a couple of different ponds that I think that will be free diving. And then the rest of the time we can continue to search for any other cases that they have ready for us.
Let's clarify that real quick. Well, first of all, hello, Seawolf. And yes, this is live. And my birthday hasn't went by unless you're saying happy birthday to somebody else. If so, awesome. If not, my birthday's in a couple days. I was going to say something. Oh, clarify. Not free dive, but scuba dive freely. Because free diving is where you go down with no mask or no air.
We're going down without a lock on an object.
All right, go ahead.
That's free diving to me.
Okay, go ahead.
After that, we head to Little Rock, Arkansas. We have 2 cases there. We have Terkessa Wallace and Patrice Smith. So Terkessa went missing in 2014, and then Patrice went missing in 2012. Both of these cases have some oddities to them, some things that don't make sense. Terkessa went missing just a few days after her her childhood best friend went missing. There is the possibility that their cell phones were pinging off similar towers for a day or 2 after both went missing. While her best friend didn't have a vehicle, Terkessa did. So there's always that possibility that did something happen to them together. And then with Patrice's case, she disappeared. Her boyfriend then disappeared. Her boyfriend then showed back up months later. But his vehicle never showed up, and Patrice was missing. Patrice's cell phone, from what we understand, there was a point in time where it was pinging near the river. So obviously our biggest focus in Little Rock is going to be on the Arkansas River, which is where we found 6, 7, 8, trying to count, 8 or 9 cars the last time we were there.
Where?
At the Arkansas River in Little Rock.
Yeah.
There was a one down farther at that one boat ramp, 1 or 2 down there. There was a bunch right in that cove. And then we found the truck across that Eric dove on.
I'm trying to think where that's at. Where Arkansas River? That was No.
Little Rock, Arkansas.
That's right. Okay. It's where we got stuck. Almost.
Yeah, we were in Little Rock.
That was Little Rock.
So
we found 9 vehicles in one little spot.
I just remember there was like 6 or 7.
No, there's 9 of them in there.
Okay, well then we found 12 or 13
Yeah.
together. Plus, in addition to those 2 cases, which would be fairly new for us, there's the cases that we were there working last time we were in Little Rock.
Somebody said sound is bad. I'm sorry.
Sorry, we don't have our mics tonight, and I'm a yeller. Don't get me wrong.
I wonder if I could take this off.
What doesn't?
Sometimes it sends electrical currents into the phone. That's what happened the last time I had my other phone.
Everybody else said it was good.
Well, I'm attempting to fix it, okay?
And then
I'm trying to appease the crowd.
On our way home, we are going to be stopping at SEAARK in Monticello. Just talk to them about future, things like that. And then from there, we're going to make one last stop in Howardville, Missouri. There is a case. She went missing in 2013, Barbara Stauffer. This is a case that Tammy and Dennis had worked on previously. So hoping to kind of, pick Tammy's brain a little bit about that case, and then, go in with a fresh set of eyes and search for Barbara. So those are our April and May cases.
They're saying it's skipping. So is it? Yeah. Looks fine. Oh, it is skipping. Oh, yeah.
Do you have your Wi-Fi on?
Yeah, I'm going to turn my Wi-Fi off.
You know you can just go like this.
The river is never going to go down. What?
You know you can just go like this.
No.
Like watch. You can just go whoop.
Yeah, whatever.
Or you can go whoop.
Can you guys hear us? I know I took my Wi-Fi off and hopefully didn't freeze the live stream. So, one in the chat. That's crisp. It's echoing. Can hear you fine, homie. Yes. All right. Sweet. Now we fixed it. Dumb Wi-Fi. Yes, that's better. All right, cool. Sound is good. Picture, yep. All right, cool.
Okay.
Thanks, guys. Somebody was talking. Seawolf was saying something about meeting us this summer. Is that what he said? He can forget about this summer.
I'm just going back through and catching up. Oh, hi Terry.
I'm not. Hi Terry.
Terry's coming with us at some point, isn't she?
Yeah, she said she's gonna try. Just things at her work is a little hectic, and she's gonna try to meet up with us, going into Michigan or coming out of Michigan.
Okay.
One of the two, whatever we decide.
You can. I'm just going through to make sure we didn't miss anything.
Just wanted to. Let's just say this. I'm proud of each and every one of you for your guys' commitment and watching us. It takes a lot to put up with me. Right? It's just amazing that I have...
It blink twice?
That's if you're in trouble.
Oh.
It is. It means a lot. And if you guys like what we're doing, please share it out. Did you enjoy our last meet and greet? We did, Stephen. We did, definitely. I could have sworn where the light was shining in my eyes, that's why you guys were seeing me squinting. I could have swore he said, did you get grayer hair?
We did.
Since last time we seen. Cops are coming. You better run.
I'm gonna find a picture, because listen, when I met Jacob, now he blames this on me. I think it's just coincidence. When I met Jacob, he didn't have this much gray. He says it's my fault and that I caused it. No.
I mean, I just call it as I see it. Hi, Megan Moyer.
Oh, that was Greenwell Fishing that said the river's never going to go to... Oh, did you ask him?
No. I was trying to remember if I did or not.
Mike, I'm going to send you a message later. I have a question. And you might not be able to answer, but you might be able to direct me in towards the direction of somebody who can. Because I think you're farther over, but it's not far from Evansville.
Susie, I am getting old. I really am. And it's going quick. You know, I don't care if that number up there says 88 or if that number says 2,000 people watching. As long as you guys are here, that's all that matters to me. I know where I've come from. I know where I'm at now. I know kind of where we're going with ChaosDivers, and hopefully it just gets bigger and bigger. But I want it to go bigger and bigger with us knowing the people that we're growing with and not just a number. Terry's put all hearts.
Mom said sirens. They're coming for Jacob, obviously. I'm the good one. My mother knows this. Yeah. They're coming for you. Somebody... Oh, Jimmy said the Arkansas River has hidden areas that hold water, so keep that in mind when you hold searches down there. And then Stephen Johnson said, definitely. No doubt women caused that.
Definitely, Jeff, we did go through that storm. It was kind of hairy. Things are going okay, guys. We're going to be okay. I do know that we need assistance, we need help, and I've always told you guys when I get to that point where I don't need help, option will still be there, but we're going to pay it forward to other people who need it like we did back when. Well, now, you know what I'm saying.
Do you know what you're
Nope,
saying?
I don't know what I'm
Okay.
saying. I really don't. I'm getting all my feels right now.
Oh God, you're not gonna cry.
No,
are you?
absolutely not. Why would I cry? I don't have nothing to cry about. Just don't talk about puppies or something.
It's not like you haven't cried on live stream before, and I'm pretty sure it was Corey Johnson that made you cry.
It was.
Another grown man brought you to tears.
He did. He did. He believed in me, and so did a lot of people here. But there's a certain people who got me, like Seawolf. Seawolf got us the dry suit. The guy from, gosh,
It's B's fault.
huh?
B said, if you yawn, I yawn. Yawning is contagious, and then when you think about not yawning, it just makes you yawn more.
He remembers that day.
Yeah. I remember watching that video.
It was
I didn't
pretty-
know
it was
you
Pretty
then.
cool of him. Pretty cool of him.
I didn't know you yet.
You know, what's cool about Corey Johnson's Random Adventures, about 6 months ago, maybe a year, he had some financial situations due to a truck breaking down. Actually, his motor went out and he had to get a new motor. But he was out of work, and you guys helped him out. That's flat out amazing, because he was the one that helped me get started, along with Seawolf and a couple others. Then all of us, all you guys. So
Maverick is good. Maverick is a PETA, but he's good. He's
he's a what?
a PETA.
What is that?
Pain in the.
Oh.
Have you ever heard that?
No, I've never heard of that.
We used to use that all the time. We'd be like, oh, Mr. PETA's coming in. Or like, Mrs. PETA's coming in. It was like a code name. But yeah.
Thank you, Shelly.
Mavi's doing good. He is...
Shelly Sows, I think is what it said. Yeah.
Oh, he's almost 2 years old now.
Maverick's getting old. Maverick has gray hair.
Maverick has always had gray hair, though. And then, well, Maverick just,
Sorry, Rebecca.
he's calming down a little bit. And
It's the fastest dog I've ever owned.
oh my gosh, yeah. But he's calming down a little bit. But he still has puppy tendencies, and I'm good with that. Like, if he wants to run around like a maniac, then so be it. Like, I am one of those people where
Yes, Steven.
I'm one of those people where, like, yes, I want dogs to be, like, well-behaved and trained and things like that. And Maverick is when we need him to be. And the rest of the time, I think dogs should be pampered and loved on. Now, don't get me wrong, I understand there's working dogs and there's herding dogs and all of that stuff. And I understand that there's a point and there's a purpose for what they do. But
In the grand scheme of things,
he should just be loved and pampered, and
he is too. He's super spoiled. He has his own scarf.
oh yeah, he has a scarf and a parka. He has hats.
Spoiled. Yeah, he does like to sleep on people.
Yes, he does. And that's the other thing. Like, so Maverick is, I think a lot of dogs have it. Like, he's super intuitive as to, like, who needs him in that moment. Like Jen Wood, I haven't seen her on here, so she may not be, but it's also late there. But, like, the first time that, like, we ever met Jen, we were searching for her grandpa Guy. Maverick stuck to Jen like glue. And not, like, up in her face or anything. He just made sure that, like, he was, like, next to her to where, like, if she needed to, like, reach out, he was there. But he does that with everybody. Like, he knows, like, who is the family members of the people, that are missing. He knows, like, if somebody's sick, he wants to, like, be by them. He knows.
Yep, exactly. North of Seattle. Combat. I think it's a combat scent.
Yeah.
My eyes are really, really fuzzy right now.
B said
That
she
light.
pampers her husband the same way, but he can't do new tricks.
Maverick loves Colston.
Oh, yes, he does.
We say Colston's name and his ears perk up.
Yeah.
Hello,
Or if I
Elizabeth's heart.
Live streams, like if I watch Britton's
Hardest.
live streams and he hears Colston, he like, perks up and he's like looking around. I mean, they have matching shirts.
I also want to let you guys know, if you didn't know about this, you do now. All of the memberships that you guys have, thank you, first of all, for being a member. But that money is going to be shifted towards the, it's a piece of equipment. I don't want to announce it right now because we're going to be doing a video on it. But it's going to be something where I can be very diverse with this piece of equipment and help more people. Let's just put it that way.
Terry has goggles from Abby.
You have what?
Terry has goggles from Abby.
Goggles?
Yeah.
That's something about merchandise. Do you guys have merchandise we can support you with? Yeah, it's on ChaosDivers.com. They lead you to this. It says shop now, and it'll lead you straight to Shopify, where we have our store. Yep. God, my eyes are killing me.
Well, light seems like bright today. I think it's the light.
Better be a kegerator. Well, I won't be able to help more people if I've got a kegerator. But no, seriously, this is going to be...
Thank you, Elizabeth.
It's going to be an item we're going to be working towards. It's going to take us a long time to get there. But it's something that I feel like could benefit us to the fullest, with us keeping us safe.
Hi, TK.
Is TK in there?
Yeah, he said, "What's up, almost birthday boy?"
My birthday's not coming up. I'm not going to turn 42.
February 13th. Next Thursday. TK, I'm going to email you the dates. We've got those nailed down. So, or Jacob can text you, or I can send them to you, or whatever. But we have those down, so I'll let you know those dates that we're going to be there. And then... Oh, you can help people with a kegerator. Just ask my college stuff. And then Seawolf said he'll bring it. That's God's work.
All right, cool.
And then...
Howdy, howdy. Hello, Adventures with Robin C.
Oh, happy birthday, Yvonne.
I wonder if it's... That is making my eyes... I'm going to try to turn this down.
Of all the dives in finding a person, what's the first one to come to mind? Oh, it's brighter. Ah!
Yeah, I think that's better. Yeah, I can see now. What's the one that comes to mind?
What's the very first case that comes to mind when you're like, I recovered someone?
Smith? No. That would be Charles Fluharty. The one that sticks with me is Samantha Hopper. It's still a case that I can't. It just has kids involved. It's just kind of, it gets to me harder. But Charles Fluharty has been our first recovery that we were able to locate by ourselves.
Good night, B.
Good night, B. Thank you so much for joining. Appreciate you. Good night, Eric. For me, the first time you see it. Yeah, it's definitely hard to see Wolf.
It's definitely one of those things where, like, you prepare yourself as much as possible for what you could potentially see down there. It's one of those things where, like, you don't want to, but you want to, because you want to be able to, provide those answers for a family. But
I kind of briefly read that, so I'm looking down at her phone on the chat, but it's something that we have learned to departmentalize. What?
What?
Huh?
So you have to really, really compartmentalize everything. We've talked about this before, and it's not a secret, and Jacob doesn't deny it. Like when he comes up with plates in hand and it's what we're looking for, he's actually honestly the more emotional one. He feels that in that moment. You can see it on his face, you can hear it in his voice. Same with Britton. Britton feels it in that moment. Mine becomes very, okay, let's go. Like, this is business. What's next? And it's very structured in what's going to happen, how it's going to happen, who's going to be involved. I turn off my emotions completely 100% when it happens. Now, that's not to say, 2-3 weeks later, when we get home, I, take a day or two, and that's my time to process what we did, what that family is going through, that type of thing. But in the moment when it's happening, I just turn everything off, and it's all business. Again, Jacob, Britton, Eric's in the middle. I know, like with Beaver, it hit Eric, because he had made a connection with Beaver, so when we found, little Beaver, Eric took it hard.
Ellen, I almost said Elaine. Ellen, how long have you been doing this for? We just talked about this the other day. It was 2019, December 2019 is when I started the ChaosDivers channel. So I was a diver then, but finding somebody and bringing them home 4 years.
October of 2021 was our first.
So.
Why is he not a?
Was he not a moderator?
Yeah.
Because he'd probably kick everybody out. He's mean. I just haven't made him, and I didn't know why. Hold on. That is moderator.
Okay, exactly. Like, in the moment, it's work, right? And it's...
Corey is too, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's getting that job done, like finishing out, making sure that it's completed, in the best of your ability. And then when you get home, like that's when I take the time. I feel like we are pretty much like get the work done. If we're able to recover somebody, we want to make that happen as quickly, efficiently, safely as possible. But then we get out of town. We don't want to stick around. We're not there for fanfare. We're not there to to do a bunch of extra stuff. Now, if law enforcement needs more assistance or whatever, then we stick around. But usually, like the night or the night of a recovery, we get a good night's rest, and then we're on the road the next day. And I don't want what happened today to affect tomorrow. So
sorry for smiling at that time. Seawolf said something funny. Combat, thank you so much for being a member. Again, those membership dues that you guys help us with, it's all going to go into a different fund. We do have a piece of equipment that we want to get, it's in the process. So, but we're also going to do a video on it too. So I want to present it in that way. But just know that that's going to the company, but it's just going to something that will.
I remember when you were searching in your kayak. Then somebody said, "Did you flip the kayak?"
I didn't flip the kayak. I've never flipped my kayak. I can flip and roll back over, but not in the kayak that I was searching.
You did dive out of the inflatable once because you dropped your phone in the water.
Oh, I did too. No, I didn't dive off of it.
You
I fell out of it.
Flopped out of it
because I was chasing my phone, and I got it though. I just had everything else got wet.
I missed that live stream, but I remember when it happened.
Helen Daly, did we get the product?
Yes.
Oh, let me show you guys something. This is cool.
I told you that she sent another one, right?
No, I didn't.
I did.
Did she?
Yeah, I texted you.
Awesome.
He doesn't listen to anything I say. I swear.
All right, so we're going to do something a little different. I forgot to show you guys this. And I really do think that the people who are doing this and helping us and sending us stuff, I know they don't look for public or what do you call it, notoriety, but I really kind of want to thank the people who are doing this. And so when you send us something, I think I'm going to do a video. I think this is going to be like a solo, not a solo, but it could be a solo. Sorry, I didn't include you on this.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Do a live stream on, or a video, just an actual video of when people send us stuff, open boxing and stuff like that.
You used to do that.
I know. I want to start doing it again. I can't tell you where this other stuff came from. I don't remember the woman's name, but she's amazing. We emailed each other, and I told her that I received it because we had a little issue not receiving it. It was kind of hard. But Helen, definitely, we got that.
No.
She got.
This is from Helen.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, and
This
she
one.
sent another one.
Okay, so.
It's in the truck.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. Or it's either on my counter or it's in the truck.
Regardless, we got it. Helen Daly actually got us. I guess I could put a knife on the camera, can't I?
It's a dive knife. It's a tool.
So we had these on the Amazon wish list, and it is the fog cutter. What does it say? Called fog cutter 5? Fog cutter X.
It's by Scuba.
Scuba.
It's by X Scuba.
X Scuba. Okay. Well, X is 5, so I thought I had 5.
Oh, good Lord.
What's really cool about this? It's got a sharp blade on it, but it also has a jagged. They call it something. Serrated, and it has scissors. These scissors.
And it has. That's for fishing line.
Oh, and it has a fishing line hook. X is 10. I'm a big dummy. The V is 5.
Just let it happen.
Just don't worry about it. Just don't worry about me.
Let it happen.
Don't worry about me. I'm glad you caught that. Thanks. But I do recommend a fog cutter. Obviously, this is not a sponsored video because Helen Daly got it for us. So by X Scuba, always have a dive knife regardless if it's this or something else. It'll always save your life. Oh, and what's cool about this knife? I can unscrew things with this, but I can't jab my dry suit.
Oh, you could.
Well, I probably could. Oh, it even has something in the middle here. A nutcracker.
It's
a small nut.
not a nutcracker.
I don't know. I really don't know what. I guess. I wonder what that could be used for. What is that used for? I'm going to have to look that up. Just grab and hold of things?
Probably.
Yeah. Maybe to screw like underwater and you got a nut that you have to screw.
This is a window breaker.
Oh, and that's a window breaker. Cool. Yeah. So that's a wire cutter back down here. But this is just like a grippy thing.
Super technical terms.
It's a grippy thing. It's like a pair of pliers. I guess that's probably what we would be using it for, a pair of pliers if I had been something or whatever. Anyway, that's on my leg.
Somebody said, I'm waiting to watch you lose another finger.
No, don't do that. Actually, Lindsay bought these because she broke the other ones.
No.
I take it away before he breaks another one. Oh, so we did break.
We've broken every one that we've owned. No, not everyone.
Not everyone. These are Super Duty. These, okay, give me an anvil, I will break it. Nothing against these, but they are not used to pry off.
We've also lost some.
Things.
I think
Oh yeah,
Britain
lost one in a vehicle.
Yeah. But yeah.
He needs a pointy tip to cut his fish. Yep. Okay. These are we really had to talk about these. But we got 2 extra, so you guys can enjoy our live stream with our microphones on, maybe. Loosens the doohickey off the whatchamacallit. Yep, that's exactly right. Helen Daly?
Nope. I don't know. You lost the slips.
Oh, this came from Sue. Sue Klein. Send us $25 gift card to Cracker Barrel. We stay at a lot of Cracker Barrels. They come in super handy. I don't remember who sent this to me. But
It's really not that
it's
heavy.
that
y'all.
heavy.
It is not that heavy.
It's
it's
heavy.
I carried it from the post office to my truck, and then my truck into the house. It is
I
not
don't know
that
if you
heavy.
guys can see it. It's
This
5
was from
gallons.
Sue. This one might be from Janice.
Oh, yeah.
That's from Sue.
Oh, so Sue sent us DoorDash, Jersey Mike's, and Taco Bell and Arby card.
Yeah.
2 doors, yeah. So the DoorDash comes in handy because sometimes we can't get the RV out in different spots. And DoorDash and food. Sometimes we even DoorDash food to the
We've DoorDashed it to the boat ramp.
to the boat ramp. So it's kind of nice when that happens. We're going to actually do that a lot more at the boat ramps because that means we don't have to get off the water. So it's pretty cool. Let's talk about this. Liquid rubber waterproof sealant. It is supposed to do the whatever kind of roofing I have. It's rubber roofing, and it's supposed to adhere to that really good. So I got to clean the top of the roof and then try to fix the leaks that are on there. Some of the leaks I caused because of going under low hanging limbs and knocking off the vent in the back.
Yeah, it's for the RV.
And it ripped it? Oh yeah, for the RV.
He didn't specify.
I didn't specify that. I got to put lights on the front of the RV before we leave. I guess I got to get the seal fixed.
I feel like lights are not important.
What do you mean?
Roof,
Oh, yeah.
seals, transmission seals. Most important things.
What will you be? I guess I know what you'll be doing tomorrow. No. So that sealant can't be put on unless we have. I don't know what he says on there.
He had asked earlier, like, if we've ever gotten tangled up down there.
I don't know. Have we? Have you?
Yeah. I've gotten fishing line caught up and wrapped around me. Never to the point where
I've had it to
worry.
where I didn't worry, but I had it to where I was going up, and then all of a sudden I was going back down. And I'm like, all right, so I tried again. And I tried putting more air in. I'm like, what the heck's going on? Well, I had fishing line hooked around my cylinder.
Eric had it caught around his cylinder once too, didn't he? Eric had it caught, or his leg or something.
Yeah, and I'm like, why am I keep going down? So then I just turn around, order of operation. So I turned around, and then I had to cut out my fishing line because it wasn't line. It was actually not thread, braid. It was braid, and if anybody knows anything about braid, you can't cut that stuff.
Okay, TK.
What was it?
He just said that for me or you to text him tomorrow with those dates. He's going to bed.
Sweet. All right. Awesome. We will.
Order of operations is pinion seal, roof, then May lights upgrade.
Dang, Corey, I gotta see. I just want a light bar in the front.
I have a barn, but it won't fit the RV. It won't height wise. It's a 4. We could fit 4 cars in there, but the bay doors are just regular, like, garage bay doors. They aren't taller extended, which is weird because they had an RV. And I feel like that's one of the, yeah, but I feel like that's one of those things, like, Because that house is like,
Thank you, Deb.
they did everything with that house.
Thank you, Deb, for becoming a driver.
Carl's Jr. is one of the first places that Eric ever worked at in high school.
Drive during the day if you can't see. Man, harsh.
I feel like Corey and my dad
He's just like your dad.
Just get along perfect.
Just like your dad, really. Honestly, he is. He's like, he's fun to hang out with too.
No frills, no BS, but just like down to earth.
He really is.
Call you on your bull crap.
He will.
We should have Corey come down and help my dad.
Hang out the window with a flashlight.
That would be entertaining.
So that's it for open box, which we already opened them. In the past month or two, we have had a lot of support with food cards like these. Our main cost when we travel is gas and food.
Especially
when we have Britton and Colson, because they eat like horses.
Yeah.
Britton does help out. He's helped out a lot. Just eats like a horse. So I think he bought the last round of.
Britton usually buys
he knows.
half, if not more, than the groceries, and then Britton helps with the cost of gas.
If you guys haven't checked out Britton and Steps of History, you guys know him. He does an excellent job for us. Terry has a, hey Sue, we just was talking about you earlier. He can't afford it, but he'd definitely come down and help get everything ready. Oh, that's awesome. There was something I was just saying. What was I saying? Oh, Terry has a big garage we could put the truck in and go fix.
RV?
Yeah. Is it heated?
I don't even like the heat.
It's 0 degrees up there where she's at right now.
It's not 0 degrees.
Whatever. Hi, Sue Klein. Money talks and everything you do. Find people, everyone joined and watch and like. Well, thank you, Combat. Oh, she said yes. Hey, hey.
You don't even like the heat.
But I won't be freezing and I can get my stuff done.
But then what would you have to complain about?
Nothing.
Okay, then.
My only well, not complaint. I don't complain about it. I can't just be out there in a freezing cold and then trying to work with the fiberglass.
Corey has no idea.
Everything breaks. What?
He really doesn't.
What?
Corey said, "Quit being a wuss. It ain't that bad working outside."
How many gallons does the RV hold? 50. I think it's a. No, it can't be a 60.
52.
Well, it'd be a 52 to 53 gallon tank.
They don't make odd number.
Oh, 52.
Tanks.
52.
If they do,
I was just trying to remember how much gas.
I could be wrong. I'm not saying that. I mean, very rarely am I wrong. But I've never heard of a. Maybe like back in the day.
Yeah, 225 fills it up. $225 every pop, and that's every 300 miles, 400. I usually go get about 350, 400 out of it. It's usually a while before we have to fill it up when we're traveling.
Corey says his holds 240 gallons.
Nope, that's too much.
We wouldn't be able to move. We'd be so weighed down just by fuel.
So yeah, we've got a lot of things coming up.
Good night, survivors.
Good night, survivor. A lot of things coming up. A lot of good things. We're working with the law enforcement. I just spoke to 2 law enforcements today about a case that we're going to go up in Elgin for. Excellent people. I can't wait. Can't wait to get up there and help them. And the forestry up there is helping out too. So getting us on the land that we need to be on. So that's pretty amazing. Not the forestry. Well, it'd be the forestry people, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. What else? Well, we're gonna have. Good
night, Ninja Mama.
Lee Goodwin. He's coming from Northern Ireland. He's gonna fly out of Belfast. the day of when we leave. He's going to be with us for
he's
about
flying out of Dublin.
Dublin. Sorry, flying out of Dublin, and that's Aqua Adventurer. If you haven't checked him out, we're going to try to get him back in order on his channel because he's doing us a huge favor coming from that far away to help us out on our cases. He's going to be with us for 10 days. Yeah, it's going to be crazy. Put a little bit more diversity in his language. The language barrier is there. And
He speaks English.
I know, but there's some stuff he says, I'm like, what? Like, casinos are not casinos.
Well, and it really threw Jacob for a loop when, like, scones are biscuits and biscuits are cookies.
Yeah, and Lee looks like he don't eat biscuits. I'm going to tell on him, man. He going to say the same. He does not eat biscuits and gravy. Who does not eat biscuits and gravy?
It's
and
not
he's
a
like,
thing over there.
He's like, why would you put gravy on a cookie?
Right, Corey? Seriously, of all people.
And I'm like, no. And then he was like, there's scones. Scones? Scones? And he goes, it looked like a seagull had pooped on it. Scone. He said, I can't eat it. I love me some biscuits and gravy.
I love biscuits and gravy.
Oh,
but
if it's made right.
I grew up on it. You like Eric's.
Oh, I love Eric's. Yeah.
You like Eric's and your mom.
Glitter fart. I haven't seen you in a while.
So you like. Yeah, there's
That is real
just
English.
things that
It
they
is real
just
English.
say differently that I just like it when it says aluminium.
There is some stuff that he says that throws me off, and I'm like, what? So, and he lets me know. He's like, don't come over here saying that. Yeah, I love some biscuits and gravy.
I will say, so my grandma has, on my dad's side, has made biscuits and gravy my whole life, and it's probably the thing that she makes that my
Rebecca.
child loves the most. And so Eric, my husband, he lived with my grandma for a minute when we first moved down here. He stayed with her while we found a house and everything, and so she taught him how to make biscuits and gravy. And I would have to say that I think Eric's are probably the best biscuits and gravy, even better than my grandma's. Throw some lobsters on there.
See it?
What?
SOS on toast. Poop on a poop. Shingles.
Isn't that just like eggs and gravy on toast? See, so that's not a thing where I come from. Like, that's a southern thing. Because I remember, like, I was working at the bar and we were having a big Veterans Day thing, and somebody called up there and asked if we were going to have that. And I was like, I don't know what that is. I had no idea.
The biggest thing is your guys' support. That's it. It's kind of cool to come out here and be able to talk with you without the chat going nuts. And it's a cool feeling to be able to sit here and just talk with you. So that's a military thing. What did he say?
So Corey said that cream chip beef on toast is.
Yeah.
So that's.
And then you got the layer of the bread, and then you got mashed potatoes, and then.
Right, but that's what I know it as. But apparently it's a breakfast thing down here.
No.
And that's why I was like, I don't know what you're talking about.
Sheet. Yep.
And then.
Yeah, eggs are becoming extinct. Kind of crazy.
But yeah, so like it wasn't a thing. And pigs in a blanket are different where I come from.
So it's funny because as Lee's coming over, he keeps asking me if I have this or that. And he's like, I'll bring it over for you. I'll bring it over for you. And I'm like, what? And bacon isn't just strips of bacon. Bacon is like this big, almost like a thing of ham. That's his
Yeah.
bacon. There was also Linder chocolates.
Kinder.
Kinder chocolates.
So I love Kinder chocolate. Like I had the privilege of being able to have Kinder chocolate when I was in high school because friends of mine went overseas and came back and brought me Kinder chocolate. So real Kinder chocolate from overseas is amazing. We do have Kinder chocolate here in the U.S. And then there's also, so I don't know how like age range what is here. So we have those Kinder Surprise eggs here. Those were actually banned in the U.S. I want to say like decades ago. The original ones because the candy was built into the chocolate and kids were choking, and so they banned them. Now we have them back, but they have to be packaged differently. But the Kinder chocolate is not the same as the original Kinder chocolate, and I'm just so thankful to be able to have some.
Go to Aldi and get the real German chocolate. So he's going to bring some Kinder chocolates over, a whole big old thing of them. So dude's going to come with his like suitcase over the weight because he's sending us a whole bunch of stuff. You can't ask for a better person. As an individual, Lee has been giving, and he wants nothing in return. No, we don't have it. Stuff with chocolate that would melt some of the times it gets warm in there. We do have a little bit of chocolate though.
Not too. I love Kinder chocolate. I mean, there's certain things, but honestly, there's really not a lot of like sweets in the RV in general. Like Terry brings us those gummies, and we have those.
Those are homemade gummies.
Those go pretty quick. Every once in a while, like I like the cosmic brownies, the Little Debbie cosmic brownies. I love those things.
Regular gummies, guys.
Yeah, they're
little moo cows. Why did I say moo cows?
We're little moo cows and little ribbit frogs. And then
alligators.
The brownie brittle. I love the brownie brittle. I absolutely love that.
We're sitting there talking about candy and everybody's like, I'm hungry, or food.
So I do keep like a little bag of brownie brittle in there because it comes in little chunks and I just have like a piece here or there. But we actually really don't have that many sweets in the RV except for like when one of us has like a hankering for something or when Britton's with us.
As crazy as it sounds, I am on a diet. I have lost 25 pounds now, I think. And we keep on talking about this candy.
Just brownie brittle. But we really don't.
But I did buy tonight
a whole bag of Oreos.
A whole bag of Oreos. They're the smaller bags, but they're the Post Malone salted caramel Oreos, and I got them just because it sounded really good.
We do have Dove chocolates once in a while in there. Like that's the thing. Like it's just really like it's not to. We really don't have it. I love sweets, so if we had sweets in there, that's all I would eat. So we just don't keep them in there.
Yeah, and Jimmy also was it Jimmy Daughtry? Is that? Daughtry. That is Doherty, yeah. That is something that not everything tastes the same if they do come back. Like Twinkies don't taste the same. I'm sorry.
No, what was the drink that they brought back that like you and Garrett?
Surge.
See, I was never a Surge kid.
Makes me so mad because I was a Surge kid.
I was not.
You would see me with a Surge every day.
And then there's all kinds of stuff. Like every time I see one of those videos that's like, do you remember this from the 90s? It always has Surge. Was it Tang?
They took Surge away due to the fact that it was a energy drink, but now energy drinks are okay.
And what were the 3D Doritos, or was there where the
3D Doritos and a Surge and a Nintendo 64? I was content.
I was not a very good 80s, 90s kid because I hate Doritos of any kind. I don't like Surge, Mountain Dew, or any of that stuff.
I do enjoy Mountain Dew and Surge was, if I could go back in time and if I did know that they were going to be like, I would have bought
Now listen.
stocks and stocks and stocks. I don't care if they're 20 years old. I'm still going to drink it.
A couple of years ago when they brought back Zima for the summer, I did get on that bandwagon. Because
Zimas.
I may or may not have.
Some Mad Dog 2020.
No, but I may or may not have drank some Zimas in high school.
I was
Sorry,
I
Mom.
was a group with the Mad Dog 2020.
Sorry, Mom. I'm sure my mom and dad are on here.
Jolt. Wow, I forgot about Jolt.
Oh, I do remember Jolt.
What about the little balls in there? I know that they got they come out with Bobo teas now, but it came in a bottle, but they had Orbits. Y'all remember Orbits?
I do remember those. Yep.
Yeah. Boone's Farm. Uh-oh. Hey, they still got Boone's Farm, though.
Fuzzy Navel.
Do they still have Mad Dog 2020?
I'm pretty sure you probably can find it somewhere. But Fuzzy Navel Boone's Farm was the epitome.
We're showing our age.
The epitome. Boone's Farm is still only like $3.28, and it was $3 back then.
No, it was like $1. Anyway.
Tab Cola. I remember Tab Cola.
I don't remember Tab Cola.
I do.
Very, 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 very short time they had a drink, and I still can't remember the daggum name, but it was sort of like Surge, but it wasn't around very long at all. It may have been Jolt.
Could have been. Do you remember Sobe Waters? With
I love Sobe water.
With the lizard on the bottle?
Yeah, so it was either a Surge or Sobe water.
I didn't like either. I was
Razzles? Oh, that may have been it.
Oh, I do remember. No, Razzles was the candies.
Oh.
They were about this big. They were like the size of a quarter. Oh, Hershey's by far is like one of the few things that has never changed.
Every time I pass by one semi, I think of Tab.
Yep.
What is Tab?
Tab was like a Pepsi.
I don't remember Tab.
Do you remember when they came out with the clear Pepsi?
For a very short second.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember that.
We can talk about all the good times.
Combat, yes.
The pink.
I
I
remember
don't remember the pink trailer.
I remember when Eric and I got married, and that's what we would take to the parties. And mind you, I was 18 when I got married, and Eric was 19.
I gotta stop.
Yeah, you need to put that down.
Let's stop playing with that knife. See, this is what's cool. We got 100 people in here, chilling, just talking about, our olden days.
You're old, not me.
You know what's funny? And I'm going to take this content off somebody because I don't know who it was. I can't remember, so I can't give them credit for it. Hanging up the phone.
I just saw that video. The lady's son said, "What do you mean when you hang up the phone?" And she had to explain to him, like, back in our day, we actually had a phone on the wall, and like you had to hang it up. Like you had to pick it up
and hang
to
it
answer it, and then you had to hang it up when. And listen, nothing. Do you know how incredibly frustrating it is to not like
slam a phone
hang up on somebody? Like I cannot just be like, ugh, end your call. Like I would do anything to be able to hang up the phone on somebody.
Candy, Pop Rocks.
Oh, yep.
They still have Pop Rocks, but they're not as aggressive as they were back then.
No, I feel like it's like just beep, beep. Rotary phones. Yes, my grandma had one. I could dial that thing so fast. Just whoop, whoop, whoop.
Ask them to make a call. I think
Garrett would be able to.
Lexi would.
Keegan would not.
I don't think Keegan would. I know Lexi would.
Garrett would be able to.
Do you remember Party Line?
I never got to call it, but I remember it.
I don't know Party Line.
It was just like a big, like, you just called in. Like, it was like AIM before AIM. It was the original instant messenger.
Oh, Party Line. Okay. And then you had AIM and then AOL.
Yep. AOL instant messenger was AIM.
I would like to screw with people and hit the little bell button because it would make their computer. If they had it online, it would make their. Well, you all know.
I just remember
Bing!
like everybody like was like ASL, and I was like, that's the thing. You ask everybody.
You don't ask that
what's
anymore.
Your age, sex, location. God, you know what? Like we could have gotten kidnapped so many times back then because nobody told how old they were. Like everybody lied about that. Everybody was an 18-year-old girl from New York City.
Explorer with a mission. Hello. We had old school party in line with our neighbors. Cool. Yeah, so.
Yeah, like they're.
Well, nowadays, we taught our children, well, not even taught our children, we got taught not to get into the vehicles with strangers. Now there's Uber. Gypsy Robin, hello.
She said that they have a Grandpa Joe's candy shop and they have all of the old candy, like the wax bottles. Yeah, we got some of those a couple of years ago.
They don't taste the same.
And do you remember the dots that you had to peel off the paper and you ate more paper than you did dot?
I didn't like the dots.
I loved those things.
Yuck.
I liked them because they were like the same as the candy cigarettes.
Don't get me wrong, and they don't taste the same either. Those chocolate drops.
No, the candy
and the sixlets.
Oh.
No, I'm talking. I know you're talking about. I love those, and they don't taste the same.
I didn't like.
411 was information. Yep. Call the operator. That's my day. That was back in my day.
I remember when like I was little and we used to go to the payphones and pick it up and just push 0 so we could pretend like we were talking to people.
My dad always used 411 back then. Always.
Just a phone book in general.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yes, I do remember the Carnival Rock and Roll Mirror Prizes. Yep.
Yeah, I love like.
Did you get hot in here?
No, I'm nice. Well, we have the heat on.
I wonder if your son's still playing this on the Oculus.
On the Oculus?
Oculus.
Oculus. Yeah, there was like.
Yep.
Oh, when you could make prank calls and nobody knew.
Star 67.
But even before Star 67, there was no caller ID. You just called people up.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like I remember that.
Man, we're talking about old school stuff. This is just hilarious. I just love y'all. Well, thank you, Unique Madison. Thank you.
You've got mail. Those sounds.
And I mean the obvious internet dial-up sound. Man.
We have a telephone booth here in Southern Illinois.
We have 2 of them actually. There's one. It's actually an emergency line because there's no certain. No, that's the one. Yeah, there's an emergency line going out towards Herod in a section, or no, going out towards I want to say Cave and Rock. There's this area that there's like 6 blocks of no cell phone service, and then they have a telephone booth there that works. That's for you to make calls. Like that's how.
I just know there's the one.
And it's in working condition.
Because we went to, well, a couple years ago, when we got this RV, Jacob had never been to New York City. So I was like, well, come on, like I knew New York City, like I'd been there enough. So I was like, well, I'll take you down there. Went to go see everything. And they still had phone booths, working phone booths. And that was another thing you were amazed by, because it was just great. Because it's not just like one random one here or there, like.
Yeah.
But they're starting to pull them all out.
Yeah, it was hilarious when you asked if the refrigerator's running. I go catch it and then hang out. Yeah, I got you.
I'm thankful we didn't have Life 360. You were telling me because, again, my mom is on here. I know she probably is. She's gonna watch it.
Scared me.
And I was definitely in some places I said I was not. I was definitely in some places I knew I wasn't supposed to be.
Your phone still doesn't work on my farm. It's great. Yeah, so they do have You want to sit down, buddy, or
Yeah, I just fall asleep.
I
gonna
figured
fall
you were
asleep?
still watching the Oculus.
you said you just fell asleep?
He said he was falling asleep.
Oh, well, yeah. These lights you can't fall asleep on. These lights are bright. All right,
Answering machines.
we're definitely going to be getting off here shortly, but
Cool.
get a 6 shift exactly.
So many people. I don't understand like how that's.
It's not a thing anymore. They're not
But
making.
it is.
I mean,
but they are. Like that's what I don't understand. Like
it's rare. You have to ask for it.
I was taught how to drive on a stick shift.
I can't drive.
I was taught how to drive on one. Like it wasn't like here learn how to drive this and then like oh you can drive an automatic so now learn to drive a manual. Like I learned how to drive a car on a manual.
My first vehicle was a manual, and I had to learn how to drive it. My dad taught me the basics, and he said, "Go for it." So I spent. I'll see you later, Explorer. I had to learn in this parking lot back here.
Oh, I learned in my grandma's front yard. We had a bunch of property, so I learned. And then I remember the first time that my dad took me out on the highway. We went to go pick up pizza, and I had to get off, the on ramp, and the light turned red, and I had to stop on an incline. And people were honking, and I'm crying, and
Just
my
turn
dad's
your
like,
foot
"Just
sideways."
go!" And I'm like, I'm just crying. My dad got out of the car and screamed at the people behind us to like go around or shut up, like leave me alone, and then got back in the car and was like, "Okay, now this is what I want you to do."
Yeah, it's just turn your foot sideways, push the gas, and the brake at the same time.
No, that
It works every damn time. Every time.
No, I'm gonna tell my dad that you don't know how to drive a stick.
No.
Just use both feet, Jacob.
What I'm saying. Well, you have to use both feet.
Yeah, but you don't turn your foot sideways.
No, you turn it sideways.
No.
Left on your bottom of your heel on your brake and your gas. Give it a little bit of gas and just
No.
start easing off both. Tell me I don't know how. Have I had a brake on a 6 shift?
Dad.
No. Why are you yelling for your dad?
I don't know if he's watching. I haven't seen his name.
Yeah, he was on earlier, but he might have got to bed because he just went and got home. Good night, Helen.
Good night. Yeah, we're just sitting here looking at our phone. Still drive with 2 feet. Yeah.
When potato chip companies gave us full bags of chips, right? Remember when you could get 4 little bags of chips for $1?
That doesn't
Why aren't
happen
they
anymore.
resealable?
You're supposed to eat all of them.
No, like chip bags should be resealable.
Like the big ones.
Not my underwear bags.
Oh, I was like, your underwear bags. What? They do come in a resealable bag, don't they?
Yes.
How's Papa Chaos doing?
Yeah, say Terry Atchett.
He's doing okay. He had a swollen pancreas last week, and he's just recovering from that. But he was in the hospital, but now he's out. Hey, California food. Yeah, thanks, Seawolf, on that.
Jeez, that's ridiculous.
$20. Jeez.
It's really
It's
not
about
that
10
much.
or 15 here.
Say it's really not too much cheaper here. Breakfast is what's expensive here.
Yeah, somebody was talking about gas prices being 20 cents. It was amazing. I don't remember when it was. I do remember I think I'm pretty sure I was just out of school. Huck's and Casey's. Casey's came in, and granted, gas was like $1.05, $1.10. Several years after my high school, I think it was like 99 cents whenever I first started to drive.
It was 90 cents when I got my license.
But I think it was like $1.10 at the time. Casey's came in, jacked the price, or they cut the prices in half. Huck's did it. Casey's went 5 cents cheaper. It got all the way down to like 25 cents per gallon. They had the whole Route 13 completely shut down, and people were going in there. Now, you couldn't get it in your gas cans, but you could fill your car up. That's pretty cool. But
You're
yeah.
so old.
I am. I'm getting ready to turn 42.
See what my mother said, because you don't know.
Jacob's dumb. That wasn't. That had to probably be Lily. What are you looking at?
I was just trying to read it, but there's a glare if I'm in a certain way, so I have to like.
Look like a crazy person.
Yeah.
$5 a gallon. I think it's
Three.
$3.19 here per gallon.
I know. I gotta get gas tonight before we go home. What did you do with your Jeep? Corey just asked.
Corey, I had a little money issues. We had an issue, I think, on our last trip or the trip before, and I sold my brother-in-law the Jeep to be able to go up on a trip. So I don't have the Jeep anymore.
Yeah, I remember when gas was ridiculously cheap. I remember when gas went over $2 and people were like, "Oh my gosh!"
Yeah, my personal vehicle is my RV, which not all the time. I just take my mom to work and I'll be able to use her truck. But be rolling around in the RV to go get stuff
Corey
at
said
Walmart.
that thing was a pile of.
My brother-in-law actually fixed it all up, and it looks really sharp now and drives good. He fixed the grounding issue and a couple other things.
Did he fix the
Wibble wobbles?
the AC?
Yep.
So you don't have to use the
You don't have to use the switch or the
alligator clip.
alligator clip. I literally had an alligator clip to turn on my blower motor. I would just ground it to a screw.
Does the window
And it got
work?
so hot that even with a sock on your hand, it would melt through.
What?
Does the passenger window work now?
No.
Damn.
No, that's going to take a whole new door panel with the motor and the
Or,
jack and
Hear
everything.
me out. Just take that door off.
Yeah, we just take them all both off. Windows didn't work. Yeah. He drove in it.
So did I.
I had no problem with it, other than I had no window and it rattled.
Yeah.
Just
Anyway,
turn the radio up.
I did sell it, and so like I said, whenever Mom goes to work, I'll take her sometimes, and then I'll have a vehicle to drive. So it doesn't matter. Like I said, it went to a good cause, and I really wanted to get rid of it anyway because I didn't drive it very much because I was always in the RV traveling. Now, since we took a little bit of a break, it's like, damn, I don't even have a vehicle.
We have moms or we're doing something together, so.
Yeah. 59. You're still young, Gypsy. All right. Do you get any discounts or sponsors besides SEAARK boats? We do have several different sponsors, but they're more equipment based. No discounts on fuel or anything like that. No.
We've got like Brute Magnetics, Detector Warehouse,
Bajío Sunglasses,
like Mermet helps us out.
Pro Guide,
Pro Guide, like
Cornfield.
most everything's equipment. And then Jennifer, surprisingly, no, we are not, which I'm surprised because the way they go through it, but I think that they're all like rationing it. But I did give 2 to my dad, 2 to my brother, 2 for our house in Illinois, and then Eric has 2 in his house in Tennessee.
Walmart gift cards could be used for gas, so I didn't know that. So, yeah, that's funny. That Weber's, so Lindsay literally went into New York.
Yep.
Into, is it Weber's? No. Wegmans. And bought every bit of the Weber's mustard.
So Eric's family is all from Buffalo, New York, and they have Weber's mustard, and it's a horseradish mustard. Eric grew up with it. He loved it. We went up there to visit one time, and he brought some home. Well, my dad tried it, and my dad loved it, and then my brother tried it, and my brother loved it. So when we were there this last time, I went into Weber's, bought 8 jars of it, and brought it home. And then that's what everybody got in their stocking this year. My dad and my brother and Eric were so happy.
But listen, that's a delicacy.
I don't like mustard.
That's the fancy good stuff.
I don't like horseradish.
I'm not a mustard
I
person.
don't even like the smell of Weber's.
I am
but they love it.
I am a ketchup and ranch.
So you never grew up past like 8 then?
Listen, I didn't like mustard.
And
until it was
Loganberry.
And Loganberry. Yeah, Eric. Keegan loved it.
I didn't like it.
Keegan liked it. Garrett liked it. And then I think Eric took a case home with him. Yeah, Loganberry.
Be good on some summer sausage is what they said.
Eric eats it on his. Eric loves Weber's mustard on his fried bologna sandwiches. So that's another thing Eric grew up with at Nana's house was fried bologna sandwiches and what's the other one? The meat, the loaf. What's the meat? The loaf of
French's
meat.
mustard, yeah. The loaf of meat?
Yeah.
Meatloaf?
No. It's a
Spam?
No, it's a sandwich meat. Oh,
Potted
gosh,
meat?
dang it. No.
Pastrami? No, that's fish.
That's
Eh.
thinking of
Fish.
pastrami?
Pastrami?
No.
Salami?
Is your dad
Ham?
awake?
Dutch loaf?
No.
Brown swagger?
No. Is your dad awake?
I don't know.
Call your dad.
I don't know enough. You
I forget what it's called.
Probably
It's got
not.
like
It's midnight.
stuff in it.
Yeah, Vaughn, we had just got bored.
I know you're talking about.
What's called?
Isn't it like just bologna with stuff in it?
No.
Only with stuff in it.
Is your-
What are you doing? You just turned
I was.
treat liverwurst?
It might be. No. It might be even worse, but I don't think so because I feel like that's not something that Eric would eat. Call your dad, Garrett.
I don't think he's awake right now.
Well,
might be.
He might be because he didn't text me.
No, it's
till he
12
was going to
o'clock.
bed. He doesn't have to work tomorrow.
Olive loaf? Dutch.
Ask him.
So
Hey,
we are
Eric,
speaking with
we're on live stream. What
Ride or
is
die.
the meat that you used to eat at Nana's house?
Liverwurst.
Was it liverwurst?
There you go, liverwurst.
I could not remember. And we were talking, or Jen
Weber's.
Wood is on here, and she was asking if we needed more Webers. And then we were talking about all this
Always.
stuff
She
that
said
you,
always.
all the
Webers
stuff
and
that you eat
Loganberry.
growing up at Nana's house. And I was like, it's like a loaf of meat, but it's got stuff in it.
No, it has nothing in it. It's just liverwurst.
I
That
could've
liverwurst,
swore-
I don't think I've ever tried liverwurst.
I
It just,
could've
I don't think
swore
I
it had stuff in it.
You get it on rye with Weber's mustard.
I couldn't remember. Okay, that's all I needed. Thank you.
Ninja Mama wins.
Love you.
All right, love you too. Bye.
What the hell is head cheese? Brown swagger. My dad loves brown swagger.
What is that?
It's like a really charred up bologna. It's kind of how I can explain it. It's a real crumbly bologna.
Crumbly bologna.
That's
That
about
sounds
how
terrible.
that's about how I can explain it. I don't know.
That sounds
There's
terrible.
only one way to eat bologna and that's fried.
Head cheese is the meat from the head
Of the pig.
of the
Oh,
pig.
makes
oh,
sense.
Okay.
Well, and Corey should know because he
Head cheese
delivers
is
pigs.
Brains and cheese. So does my dad.
Yep. He delivers them in a
I'm saying
huge
the-
semi. That
Big-
right there is.
Liverwurst.
Oh no, that's
Liverwurst.
liverwurst. Look up brown swagger.
Brown like the color.
We keep on talking about food, guys. I mean,
I know. We're gonna have to go get something to eat.
pre-processed bacon.
Say,
No, we
Corey-
just ate just
Corey,
not
my-
too long ago. We had
Corey and my dad.
Mexican.
See, that's another reason my dad and Corey would get along. I mean, they
That's
both
brown
deliver
swagger.
livestock.
So that's brown swagger. You see how it's,
Oh,
it looks a
okay.
little crumbly, but it'll actually cut up into slices.
For different reasons. But my dad did used to just haul pigs and cattle.
One time we knocked the cow out.
Yeah.
So,
Oh, I'll have to tell him that Eric, he can get it in Tennessee. Because Eric loves liverwurst.
so Lee, he's going to bring over chocolates. He's going to bring over And I didn't realize that this was actually a thing because I don't think I've ever seen somebody use one. An electric boiler. It's just like a pitcher, and I'm like, what is that thing bubbling behind you? And he said, oh, that's my boiler, that's my water bubbler, whatever thing. And I'm like, what? Just he said, dude, it's so easy just to hit the button in 3 minutes. You have hot water because of obviously of their culture of drinking tea, hot teas, and coffee, or not coffee, but
My grandma.
noodles, stuff like that. So he's gonna bring me one. And I'm like, dude, we have them here. I just didn't realize that people just didn't put a pot of water on the kettle or on the thing or a kettle. Mom's got a kettle.
Yeah, but if you don't have to sit there and run your stove, and
Can you make tea in them? In them?
I don't see why not.
We have them here. Call them steamers. It's a tea kettle. It's basically a pitcher, and it just bubbles from the bottom, and it heats it up. And I'm like, what is that thing? And he's like, this is my electric water boiler. I'm like, what? Call me stupid or whatever. It's just like, it's just not, it was uncommon for me to see one like that. I've seen old style ones, but I've never actually seen new ones. People don't boil water that much unless it's just on a pan with water. They don't do the old school.
I didn't know what a boil order was until I moved down here, because it's not a thing.
Yeah, it is over here.
Yeah, but I didn't know what it was. So I mean, I could see how they
Use the Keurig. That's what I would do if I wanted hot water. I would just hit the Keurig.
That's what I do. That's how I make my hot chocolate. I run it through so that way any coffee grounds that are in there get out, and then I just put the hot water in
England and Australia, it's a kettle. So anyway, he's bringing me one of those. Dude's bringing a whole bunch of stuff. It's hilarious.
Coffee pot is better than a Keurig, if you ask me.
No, because you hit the button and you have a single
Yeah.
coffee for yourself. And in less than 5 minutes, less than a minute, you have another cup if you wanted one.
Yes, but you can have multiple cups in one go with the coffee pot.
Yeah, whatever. I love my Keurig.
Plus, it makes you feel like a grumpy old man.
Anyway, regardless, he's super excited, and we're excited to have him. That's Aqua Adventurer. So we're gonna be doing a live stream with him, and then we're gonna do a live stream on his channel too.
We're gonna do a couple of them with him, won't we?
Yeah, several. You know, when it comes closer to time, we'll get a way for everybody to, just like the GoFundMe type deals, to help out on our tours that we go on. I think this next tour is going to be probably
Bye,
a month. See a combat, about a month or so on the road. So, you know, that helps out. But anyway, once we start getting that, then we'll talk about having him over. And yes, I invited him. He is going to come down. So we were able to put that on my credit card and get him over here. So pretty awesome. And I can't wait to meet him.
I'm excited.
Crazy part about it is a ticket from, was it Little Rock to Chicago, was almost $500. Wasn't it? It was expensive to get from Little Rock to Chicago, so he's going to take a train.
No, that was round trip. A round trip ticket from Dublin to Chicago was $4.98. A round trip ticket from Dublin, there was no way to do it. It was gonna have to be half. It was gonna make it.
But we'd have to get him back home. It was going to be more expensive. And he's like, dude, why don't I just ride the train?
It was gonna be $600 total
Oh,
to fly.
regardless, he was like, dude, I want to ride the train from Little Rock to Chicago. And I think that'll be pretty cool. He's going to do a couple episodes on that. He is so excited to ride the train. I'm like, why? He's like, it would be cool for about an hour. Then I'd be over it.
I know. Not be bad.
So, well, we're going to take care of him while he's over here, show him a good time. And he's definitely going to do us some good. Can't wait.
That's crazy. I mean, I believe it, but that's crazy.
What?
Arctic Cat said the crazy thing is I can go overseas from Alaska cheaper than I can go to the lower 48 states.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I think a round trip airfare. Now, granted, she had to do some digging, but it wasn't over 500.
It was like $498.
Yeah.
That was round trip from Chicago, or from Dublin to Chicago and then Chicago back.
Yeah, so he's going to fly into Chicago. Actually, going to fly into New York or Canada, then
Canada, Chicago, and then get on a hopper to Marion.
Yeah.
And then on the way back, it's Little Rock. He's taking the train and then flying Chicago to DC to Dublin.
Oh, he does have to go to stop at DC.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. They'll get to be in the He'll be in the capital. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. I don't know how much. I think he's got a few hours.
Really?
A couple hours.
Well, getting in and out of airports is dumb. I would just stay in there, which really sucks because it'd be cool for him to see.
I'm pretty sure that those airports, like, shouldn't. I mean, they're big. They're international airports, so there's stuff
for him to do in there.
Yeah.
I've enjoyed the conversation, guys. It's been 106 minutes, which equals out to be probably an hour and a half. So I'm right.
I'm waiting for you to do the math.
I wasn't gonna. I said approximately an hour and a half. I ain't gonna do the math.
That's over an hour and a half. Because 90 minutes would be an hour and a half. So you're like an hour 45-ish?
I said about. I wasn't gonna do the math. Why you gotta make fun of me?
Man, it's so easy.
I failed math in school.
So did I.
That ain't no joke.
Mom said the train seats are awfully hard. He actually got one of the cabins.
Yeah, so he's got a private room.
Yeah, the little. So it has the train seat, and then the seat can fold into a bed and everything, and then it's got access to its own little private bathroom with a toilet, sink, and shower.
So with him having to travel
so that wouldn't be bad.
For him having to travel 14 hours on the train and him not getting the best out of that train ride so he can do his episodes, it literally saved me $200 some odd dollars. I'm like, dude, let's just upgrade your train ride. You're not going to go coach, which there's nothing wrong with going coach. But with him to be able to do his own episode and him having his own private room and a shower I was like, dude's coming from Ireland, and if I fly him coach, I'm going to be mad. Or not fly him, he's flying
like
coach.
You are flying him coach.
he may be
Sorry, Lee.
He may be flying on the landing gears, but
he's like, you guys got me flying with a chicken. Listen, we're flying you though.
It may be the cheapest way, but that's awesome. I mean, to be able to have somebody come from Ireland is really neat. So hopefully I'll get the chance, and we'll all get the chance to go over there.
Steven said that ain't water in Lindsay's cup. That I can promise you it is.
Yeah. I don't drink that much, honestly. I really don't. I think the last time I drank, this was kind of an off-kilter one, but we had a birthday party that we went to.
But before that, it was Garrett's birthday.
Yeah, so.
And even then,
I'm not a drinker at all. I mean, I drink just a very little bit.
Ninja Mama, she did.
Yes, she did.
Between what everybody put in with family and friends and obviously Jacob's amazing supporters, we were able to get it done. I want to say she was like one of the first ones done with it, because we had it almost done that first night, and I want to say she was done by like the third morning. So it was incredible to see that. And just see people. Eric's cousin Danielle, we just call her Yelly, which is Sean's sister. She donated a bunch. She's never met Lily. She's never met like my side of the family, and she's like, nope, I love kids and sports. So I just thought that was awesome.
It's the little things you guys do for us that it's amazing. I appreciate each and every one of you. Like I said.
It wasn't just us, like our families, and like when Garrett was sick, I mean, you guys sent so many, like good vibes and prayers and all that stuff, and then you know, anytime Lily's had fundraisers, I've got people that reach out and always want to help. So it's not even just what you guys do for us and the families that you help, it's what you guys do for our family. That means a lot as well.
You know, we want to be honest and tell you guys everything. There is a few things that I've kept from you, but that's in due time. It's going to be kind of, some people have figured it out, but regardless, we're going to do a video on it, so we're not keeping something from you. I just let you know that we are going to be saving up for this machine that I think will be a amazing benefit to finding a lot more stuff and keeping us safe.
Garrett has been good. He goes back to the neurologist Monday. But things have been pretty good. The migraines are gone. So he's not in any kind of pain, and that's the biggest thing.
Well, I mean, I deal with you two, so there is that.
You have to deal with Jacob.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Huh.
He's a lot. But we love him.
If you guys haven't checked out ChaosDivers.com, that is the way you can support us. There's multiple ways, whole bunch of stuff. Buy shirts, Venmo, CashApp, and all that good stuff's on there. You can reach out to Lindsay if you guys have any issues on cases that you need to get looked at or whatever. And if you guys know of any of the cases that she had described that we're going to in April, reach out. Anything helps, even if it's just the smallest, hey, did you guys see this? Or did you hear about this type of stuff? So that's why we have the internet. And this is why we put it out there, so you guys can support us and help us try to bring these families home, as in tips and stuff like that. So
Seawolf, it will be when we come home in August.
yes. Yes. What? Why we gotta wait till we get home?
Because we don't even get to.
I can probably edit something while
'Cause
we're on
we
the road.
Won't even. So it'll be home after we get home in August.
It's so hard for me to edit on the road, okay? Dadgum.
It's
I
so
drive
hard.
the RV and then
Oh,
I
boy.
read the sonar.
Oh.
Mhm.
Oh.
Do you have a violin?
No, they don't have a violin.
Okay, I need to get one then.
Yeah.
So anyway, once again, we've been on here for almost 2 hours now.
He won't, Jen.
What?
Just let Lindsay drive.
I don't know how to fix the front end of this RV. There's either an issue with the steering box or something. I think we're going to have Lindsay's dad, if he'll try to look at it for me. It's loose in the front end. But everything's tight. Everything's good. All the seals are good. Everything, the knuckles, everything looks good. I just think, I don't know. I don't know what's wrong with it, but it wants to sway. So, yeah, exactly. See, I can't do it all three.
Yeah.
Oh, Robin, see, I was going to comment on something. We are still non-smokers.
Oh, is that who asked that earlier? I saw
Yeah.
it go by, but
Yeah.
you were talking, and you just kept talking and talking.
That's that.
U joints in the column are possibly bad, maybe. There's just a sway to it. When I go by semis and walls, I get scared because you're also fighting getting sucked into the RV, or into the trailer. But then you have to watch out for the wall because it's going to shoot over. So it's like you're really on top of the steering wheel all the time. And sometimes we're like, why do we feel like we're in the ocean? Because I'm swaying back and forth trying to keep it straight. I know how to drive it. She knows how to drive it, but
She's a woman.
I did not say that. You cannot
That's what
say
you were
that.
implying.
That's exactly
That is
that's
not it.
basically what you're saying.
That is not it.
That's what.
She's just a girl.
It's not it. It's not it. I mean, she is a girl, but that's not it. If it would drive straight, sway bar lengths, I looked at them. See, I don't know who.
Listen,
See,
we
well,
look
I
at
got
you,
see?
but we can't see what's broken on the inside.
So anyway,
Yeah, see what Corey said?
What?
Quit while you're behind, Jacob.
Right? Oh, she's amazing at backing it up. Now there's some times where she gets on a little pickle which she can't see, so I have to get out and help her. But 9 out of 10 times she's
When
backing up.
Do you get out?
I'm
and
just
help
gonna
me?
shut up. I've helped you.
When do
know
you
it.
get out of the boat?
Yeah, well, yeah, I call you. So anyway, squirrel moment, exactly.
Done. Deal. I'm there.
No,
Where is
we're
it?
not there.
You don't have to go. You can stay. You know what? I bet the boat that he dives
Well,
off.
compared to you, a blind guy is good at backing up. Wow, he's. I'm good
sure,
at backing that thing up.
Listen, I'm sure whatever boat that Sea Wolf dives off of, I bet it has a little captain's seat, and that's where you can sit.
So there was a time that I had to help her. You can't tell me that I didn't.
Oh, because you had me going around a 90-degree curve where if I slipped off one side, the
We were
boat
done.
was going down.
No,
Like
not even the boat.
Not even exaggerating.
The whole RV would have went in the water.
Not even exaggerating.
It was about 40 foot, 50 foot drop off. And I'm like, we may be able to make it. So I've got a video of it.
And
and
was
we're going to
legit.
post it. But
It was not even 90 degrees. It was like a switchback.
It was bad. Plus the sun was
Right in my eyes.
straight into the mirror, into her eyes.
And in the
And
cameras.
the cameras she couldn't see nothing. She was blind. So I'm like, listen, just go slow and listen to me. Do exactly what I say, because if you go 1 inch off, we're dead. And I'm not joking. That's how.
Yeah. It was a switchback boat ramp down a cliff.
Yeah, I got a video to back me up on it. It was bad. And she did it. She did it perfectly. So getting us set up on the turn and backing out.
I blame
That
her
was
dad
rough.
for that one.
Remember the fishing poles so you can have some fun on a downtime. We don't have to worry about that, huh?
I'm so excited because
Oh, yeah.
I have a new fishing reel.
You need to put your cover on your reel.
Yeah, I even bought a Shimano cover for it. Did you know that?
No.
I did. I ordered a Shimano cover for it from Shimano.
She is, she's proud of that. And rightfully so. Eric was awesome into getting her.
I have stalked this reel for 3 years now.
Yeah, ever since I told her about it when we were at Fat Rob Fishing's.
Well, no, I
house.
knew about it. I had seen it, and I was like, oh my God. And I remember sending it to you. And then you're like, oh, Handsome Rob has one of those. And then Handsome Rob let me use his, and I was like, I don't want to touch it. I'm afraid to break it. And he was like, it's fine. If you break it, I'll get another one. And so he let me use it that day we went fishing, and I fell in love with it. Oh my God, it's like butter.
They're just so expensive. I can't afford. I would love to have one, but I can't afford it.
And then Shimano was at the boat show that we went to in Tennessee.
Yeah.
And I was so excited. And then Eric's like, well, come show it to me. And so I was like, okay, this is this one and this is this one. And I was telling him because they have the SLXT DC, they have the Corrado DC, which he got me the Corrado DC. And then they have their new one. That thing's ridiculous. Nobody can afford that unless I sell Garrett, which is a possibility. But Eric was like, all right, here you go. And he just hands the guy his credit card. He's like, if you have it left-handed, we'll buy it right now. And we bought it. And I'm in love with it.
I haven't used it yet.
All right, I'll see
in
you,
love with
Susie McPaul. And for all those who aren't talking, I mean, there's 78 people in here. Feel free that if you have a chance to say hello, say hello. But I mean, unfortunately, we're getting ready to get off. So next time that we're here, feel free to say hi.
Hi.
Get everybody included on this stuff. So
Okay, we've been live for
119 minutes and 120.
exactly 2 hours right
Exactly
now.
2 hours. I don't even think it's been 2 hours.
120 minutes.
It's been 2 hours, but it doesn't feel like it's been 2 hours. How are the dream catchers? They're wonderful.
Really good. Do we have scheduled times? We don't. We've talked about
Hi,
like
Thomas.
we've talked about like
Oh, a live
putting out a
schedule?
video, like on this day, and then doing like a live stream every like Wednesday or Thursday. We've just never like actually sat down and done it. One, the live
Artistic.
streams. I know some people are like, don't do live streams. And then there's people like, for me, I don't mind doing them because I think it kind of gives us the opportunity to have nights like this where we can just catch up with you guys.
Thank you, Shay.
Even if it's 30 minutes, 40 minutes,
2 hours.
that kind of thing. I'm not opposed to them, and doing them once a week. I think we could, oh my gosh, this just came up, or I don't know.
Yeah, Heather, it definitely has. If you guys don't realize this, you guys are crazy. You're the reason why we're here. So what's the point of having, I think altogether, maybe 300 or 400,000 people on both of our channels, both of the Facebook and YouTube? What's the reason to have them if I'm not going to talk to people? Like, you guys are the reasons why we're here. So why wouldn't we want to talk to you guys? So it's pretty cool to catch up. So thank you for that. If you guys have any tips, tricks, any kind of crazy stuff, you can reach out. Yeah, you can make me cry like a baby. Don't do that. I didn't know that came off like that.
It's
That's what
supposed
that
to.
is.
Put it back.
I'm gonna put it back, but that's what that
I'm
is.
telling you, Mama.
I seen one of those over there, and I couldn't figure out what it went to. Like a little screw button deal. Sorry, squirrel moment. I have them a lot.
Oh, yes, I'm annoying.
Get your shirt. Check out the channel. Check out the Amazon wish list. I think we are going to, what? I think we are going to start doing live openings of stuff you guys send us.
If we do a weekly live stream.
Well, I'm just talking about a regular video. I guess do you want me to do live streams on
But I'm
opening
saying
box?
we just do a weekly live stream, like anything that we did get that week could be part of it.
Oh yeah, we could do that. But then, so the PO box. She just actually dropped the PO box link. No, she didn't. Thanks, Sue
Right
Klein. She did, yeah. So the PO box there. Send us something, guys. We'll read it online. We'll go back to our old roots that we used to do.
I just feel like it's just allows us to be more connected with you guys. Now, granted, like more on the road, it might not be
Might not be able to get it.
every Wednesday at 6 p.m. We might not have service on Wednesday, so we may do it on Thursday. But I think it gives us the plus when we're on the road, when we're on our trips, we do more live streams just because we do them while we're searching, so you guys can be there with us and you guys can see the sonar and hear about the story and everything that's happening as it's happening. Where, we obviously don't do that when we're home.
If you have a small business that you want advertised, if you want a shout out, anything like that, send it through the PO box. I don't care if you have 1 million subscribers, if you have 1 subscriber. If you guys have a social media that you want to get out, send us a PO box, send us something, a letter, something like that. And I will do my darndest to shout you guys out, because that is one thing. I know where I came from, and the help would be awesome to get started and stuff like that. So, and I'm not ashamed. I'm not ashamed. It wouldn't be not ashamed, but it'd be an honor to help out any way I can to help, stuff like that.
Somebody asked like what we have coming up. We talked about it very briefly. Once we get closer to that April trip, we'll go over it more. We do have a very short, like few days up and back trip coming up in March, and then April we are going to Call Lake in Oklahoma, Muskogee, Oklahoma for Larry Don Bell. Then we'll be right on the border of Oklahoma and Arkansas, near Fort Smith, Arkansas. We'll be working with OSBI, which is Oklahoma State Bureau of Investigations, and Revamp, which is Remember Every Victim and Missing Person. They've got a few different things that they would like us to assist with, which we've helped them in the past. Both OSBI and Revamp are absolutely amazing to work with. It was one of those things where every bit of effort we put in, they reciprocated. They were incredible to work with. I'm excited to go back and work with Patty and Eric again, 100%. From there, we'll be going to Little Rock for 2 cases. One's out of North Little Rock, one's out of Little Rock. There's Terkessa Wallace and Patrice Smith. We are going to make a stop in Monticello, Arkansas at SEAARK on after we leave Little Rock, just to kind of go in, touch base with them, kind of, hey, here's what we're looking at over the next year. And then we have one more case on the way home in Howardville, Missouri, of Barbara Stauffer. That is a case that Tammy and Dennis worked on in the past. I'm not sure in comparison to when Barbara went missing to when Tammy and Dennis searched, but we'll get with Tammy, talk to her about it, and then not necessarily like pick up where they left off, but just make sure that we do what Dennis taught us to do and search to the best of our ability. And then we'll be home. And then July and August is when we're looking at heading towards Canada, through Michigan, and then out through New York.
There it is again, guys.
I think I remembered all of the cases that we're working in April and May.
I think you did too.
That's why I get paid big bucks.
Yeah. And you didn't say the names of the people, so not all of them anyway.
What do you mean?
Did you say the names of the people you're going to go search for?
Call Lake, Larry Don Bell in Muskogee, Oklahoma. Then we're working with OSBI and Revamp on several different cases.
Okay.
Terkessa Wallace out of North Little Rock, Patrice Smith out of Little Rock, Arkansas. Then we're going to stop in Monticello at SEAARK, and then Barbara Stauffer in Howardville, Missouri.
Oh, she got a brain fart. Doesn't count.
But I said them all the first time. We're gonna rewind.
What part of Michigan? Petoskey area?
We're gonna go back for Augustine Floyd. So we'll be in 2 different spots searching for Augie, and then up towards Petoskey, Michigan to continue searching for Leonard Kowalski. And then we'll go up through Canada, I believe, through kind of like the Sault Ste. Marie area.
You asked. I did ask. I did, artistic. I did. Is that say autistic or artistic?
Artistic driver.
Driver? Okay. I can't see the names in those lights very well.
That sounds really
Slap him. No, slap.
I don't even know who asked that. I don't even
Jennifer.
care. Oh, well, twice. Once for her.
Love each and every one of you. Keep diving. It's not where to stop. We're here. Put your glasses on, old man. I can see just fine. There's 2 beacon lights that are on here. We do have flare. We can't have flare guns in Canada?
No flares on the boat in
Well,
Canada.
that's dumb. Thanks, Jeff. All right. I say keep diving. It's not worth stop. Love each and every one of you. Thanks for all your support. Haven't checked out ChaosDivers. Check it out.
Love you. Bye.
You gonna see me?
Yeah, keep scooting.
Now bend over.
Now you
Seize the day.
Okay. Keep walking. Hold on. I gotta watch him while he's. All right, you're good.
See, once he gets his left foot
That was
around,
a
he's
little close
safe.
for everyone. But
Thank you so much
Feel
with
my
everything.
cup.
Why is it so hot?
From the heater.
But it's still cold. I drank some.
Yeah, the inside of it's cold.
Dang, I'm just gonna melt her cup.
It's metal.
Oh, that's something else she's gonna be doing. Don't you have stuff to make these?
Yeah, I did. I bought all the stuff.
Yeah. I had a friend sell out, and she's gonna start making cups and stuff.
Steven, we haven't heard of any updates yet. That is a case that if he's not found, we'll be going back to on our way home from that Canada trip.
Who's that? Bub?
Yeah.
I thought it was Boyd from no. Boyd kid. Okay. All right. See you guys. Appreciate you. Oh, maybe. Oh, that was my.
That was a
Did you
good
hear
pop.
that? Getting
Oh
old.
my
I'm
god!
telling
Yeah,
you.
what? It's
Did it
still
again.
popping. Oh my gosh! I'm gonna have to go in and get your dad's chair.
His wheelchair.
Yes.
Roman with Ringo.
On the top
He
left.
didn't say. I know. He didn't say nothing the whole time he was there.
I didn't even see him in there until just now.
Roman was. I thought
Bye,
he had
Kyle.
the other channel. Hi, Kyle. Bye, Kyle. Love you.